Welcome to today's football weekly press conference. The Citadel will travel to Cullowhee, North Carolina to face Western Carolina this Saturday, October 12th. Kickoff is set for 2:30 p.m. Coach Drayton will now take any questions. Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, and as always, thank you to those faithful that came out to our beloved campus on Saturday. It's always a fun game when you play your in-state rival in the Furman Paladins. Congratulations to them. Job well done.
Have you gotten over the heartbreak of Saturday? Have the guys flushed it, and do you feel a renewed pep in the step, or do you have to kind of get them up after something like that?
We have the 24-hour rule. You hear about that a lot. We have flushed this. It is time to move on. We have a big game this week. Why? Because it's the next one. You'll hear me say that often. But, yeah, it does something to you. We'll go back and we'll digest it, maybe even relive it at the end of the season. But right now we have another task in front of us, a mission in front of us, and we need to we got to get moving forward.
Going off that, you guys got off to your best start of the season on Saturday, but unfortunately kind of couldn't hold the lead. Is the next thing kind of playing a complete game?
Absolutely. That is the goal, to play a complete game. We talk really big and a lot about starting fast. We've designed practice to start fast. And then we talked and we practiced a lot on winning the middle eight, which we did. And then the last component of that is finish. Obviously, this is the first time in my tenure outside of the North Greenville game where we played from being ahead. And that's a different entity in itself, teaching our players how to keep the pedal to the metal, the gas to the floor, all gas, no brakes, so to speak. So that's a different component that we have to build upon that as well.
Saturday kind of completed the midway point of the season. I guess the what would it be, the second, fourth, whatever you want to call it. Kind of how would you assess where you guys are through the halfway point of the season?
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. It wasn't where I thought we would be from a record standpoint, but I am very pleased when you compare where we were last year this time to where we are this year. It's not even close. Last year we were not competitive. We were a poor football team. This year we're competitive. We've been in every single game we've played, and now we just have to get over the hump, get over the top. I looked at the rebuild that Dan Campbell did with the Detroit Lions year by year, and we knew this wouldn't happen overnight because we want to build a program and not a season. So we're mimicking building our program after guys who we know and guys we've seen on multiple levels to try to build this the right way. I mean, my heart just goes out to the seniors now, and my heart goes out to those guys who won't have the opportunity to come back.
Have you just thought about what you're going to see driving up to Cullowhee, what your guys are going to see driving up to Cullowhee, just the kind of the destruction and everything that you're going to see and that those guys have had to deal with over the last couple weeks?
We're very knowledgeable of what that community is going through. Matter of fact, our guys have taken it upon themselves. We're collecting supplies. We're going to take supplies when we go for the community, for the team, for the school. So yes, we have thought about it, and yes, it's on the forefront of our thoughts. One thing here within our program, we build the whole person. And being a whole person, it is to have compassion and to lift as you climb for your fellow brethren.
You were talking about looking at other teams in rebuild situations. Have you seen anyone just since Saturday, any players step up or any kind of excitement, anyone surprise you in terms of leadership to kind of change or get things going again here for this week?
No, just our usual suspects. No one has emerged. There was no Newt Rockne speeches or anything to that. We're entering into what we're calling the third quarter of the season, and this is our perseverance quarter. Training camp was mindset. The first 3 games was manhood. The second 3 games was scholarship or FBI. So the next 3 games is perseverance. And we had already dictated this at the start of the season. So it's so fitting that we're in the perseverance stage right now. And once we read that definition, it felt like all minds and hearts was clear, and we're ready to get to work.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of supplies are you sending up? You're going to bring up there with you? And then second part of my question is, do you reach out to the SoCon officials, the SoCon office about the fumble and the scoop and the scoop 6 that happened against Furman? And I mean, do you do that, or can you do that?
So to your question on what kind of supplies, we have people on our staff who is in contact with people on their staff in their community. We only want to take things that can be used immediately versus just an outpouring of various things. So we will have detailed specific items that we will take, and we can let you know what they are at that point. Yes, there is a mechanism to reach out to officials. We do it on a weekly basis, and a lot of times you get a letter or an email these days. Yes, we were correct, or no, we weren't correct, but it's not going to change the outcome of the game. I know what I feel. I know what I saw. But at the end of the day, we have to close ranks, keep marching.
Have you done that then? Have you sent them, have you inquired?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes, we always send the film in. I tell people all the time, players tell on themselves. If you go to the end zone copy and if you look at the young man after the play, he's laying on the ground just distraught with himself. I do know this, if a player's arm was going forward, he would be in that official's face letting him know it was going forward, going forward, going forward. So it's neither here nor there. We still had an opportunity to win. We still had to stop these guys, and we didn't do it. So that falls on us. It falls on me.
If y'all are good, just look. Oh,
Go ahead. You talked in weeks past kind of about the defensive line and the pass rush. Obviously, they played well on Saturday. What can you say about kind of the front 4 this season?
Yeah, really it's a front 8. We're too deep across the board there. The drop-off is not significant. Very pleased with what we are doing in the defensive front. They're coached by Roberto Pinella. He's in his second stint here, longtime FCS ball coach. They're doing a fabulous job, and they're the rock of the defense right now. And we'll continue to ride their coattails.
looking at Western, just talk about going up against Kerwin Bell and then how you think y'all match up with them.
Yeah. Well, when you think of Kerwin, you think of offense, more offense, and points. If he has the chance to run the score up, he's going to score 100 points on you. We don't take it personal. We just know that's how he is. He's an offensive mind. You look at their first game of the season. They're playing NC State. For all rights, they had the opportunity to win that game. And then you go and you look at their offensive totals the weeks thereafter, 361, 287, 370. And then the last 2 weeks, they've had 477 yards total offense, 475 yards total offense. Their quarterback, Cole Gonzalez, is the real deal. He was first team All-SoCon, Walter Payton finalist, player of the year. So this guy, he can really spin the ball. He's very talented. The offensive schemes they have is complex. So they do a really, really good job. And then you add the running back out of Greensboro. I believe it's Branson Adams. Really good running back, 4 TDs on the year right now. Very, very. It's going to be tough. It's a tough task. Where they're strong on the perimeter and other places, we have youth. So it's going to be a tall task for us, but we're excited. We're up for the challenge. Traditionally, we have gone on the mountain in Cullowhee and have played well. The last time we were there, Grayson Underwood had a banner day. So who knows? We might break some of that back out.
You talk about finishing. How do you kind of teach that? How do you teach a team to finish a game?
Yeah, there's a lot of components to finishing. Without giving away any secrets, so to speak, one things we look at are MAs, mental errors, mental assignments, lapses. And what we have found, we're having more mental breakdowns in the fourth quarter. So why is that? Is it because we're stressing? Is it because we're trying too hard? Because these young men are giving everything they got. Is it because despite what I believe that we're in shape, they say fatigue makes cowards of us all. So we're looking at some of those things, and what I may do towards the end of practice, we may run our sprints in the middle of practice just to create a oxygen deficit. So we have to think in that realm. So we'll come up with different ideas to try to attack. But right now we're in the fixing business, not fault. So believe me, we're trying to fix this.
Have you heard if there are going to be fans up in Cullowhee this weekend? And if you have to play in front of an empty stadium, how does that affect you?
To my knowledge, there will not be any fans. It's not going to affect us one way or the other. We practice here in our stadium, so we're used to a empty stadium, so to speak. I've talked to these guys ad nauseum since I took this job about winning and how to win, and it doesn't matter, who's in the stands. Some of our best work is behind closed doors, and I'm hoping they'll bring this to fruition if we have to indeed play with no fans.
Coach, we appreciate it.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you
it.
guys. Appreciate you.